I ain't been getting high. Well, maybe a little, baby, I don't wanna lie. I know when you text me, girl, I don't always reply. Well, you're not an angel either, you can't even fly. I know this, you think that you...
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Callie. I haven't really done much lately because I've been sick, and I'm also outside because I'm enjoying this nice cold weather and I wanted some fresh air. Plus my husband's sick and he's upstairs. So yeah, so today's video is about something that I've been dealing with for quite a few years. Well, apparently my whole life, but mostly because of a few years. I have a disease that is called PCOS, which is polycystic ovarian syndrome. And what that is, it's like numerous amount of things, but mostly it's cysts in your ovaries. When I first started my period when I was like 11, you know, things turned out pretty normal. I had my period every month, and you know, normal kid, you know, teenager hormones and figuring out who I am and figuring out my emotions. But looking back at it now, my mom told me that I was a very angry kid, that I was mean, and it's like, well, Mom, I didn't know what was going on with me. I didn't know I had PCOS. I was like a kid trying to figure out her hormones and how to feel and who I was. And so that's kind of hard, but it wasn't until I hit high school that it was really hard. Because, you know, teenagers are like angry, mad at their parents, think their parents know everything, and you can't tell me what to do. I don't like that you're telling me what to do. Like, that's just normal kid stuff. Every kid does that. But for me, I just felt angry all the time, and it wasn't quite fair. But when I was in high school, I noticed that my periods weren't normal. They weren't every month. And my mom said, oh, that's completely fine. Sometimes that happens to me. And I'm like, okay, well, my mom knows everything. So I didn't think much of it until she was watching this French movie or a French TV show or something. And this woman didn't have a period for so long. And I was just, you know, eavesdropping. I was doing something. I remember walking by, and they're like, well, since you're not having a period, you can't have children. And when I heard that, it scared me because I went 3 months without having a period. And I told my mom, I'm like, Mom, something's wrong with me. I know there's something wrong with me. We need to go figure it out. So I went to my doctor at the time, and I don't really remember a whole lot, because I just remember going in there, telling her how I was feeling. I got my first pap smear to make sure my everything was okay down there. And the weird thing is that she didn't prescribe me birth control. I don't remember what it was. It was like this hormone medicine that she's like, if you take this, it'll start your period for you. And so I remember taking it, and then after taking it, I remember being sick. I remember feeling so not myself. Like, 1 minute I'd be happy, next minute I'd be crying, another minute I'd be happy. And it was to the point where I was terrified to go to sleep. So I would stay up all night up until, like, I would pass out. And I also remember that I was going on vacation with my family to Disneyland, and I was not able to eat anything. I felt so sick. And I lost like 15 pounds within 1 month. And I felt horrible, and I didn't know what was wrong with me even more. So we went back to the doctor, and I remember her telling me that she overdosed me on this hormone medicine by accident. And I'm like, all I wanted to do was figure out what was going on, what was wrong with me. Still didn't figure it out what was wrong with me, and that I didn't trust my doctor after that. I didn't know what was going on, and I had to ride this medication out, and I felt like it didn't leave my body until like a year later. Like, I know that's not possible. Like, you know, medication can leave after a short period of time, but it felt like what it did to me physically, mentally, what it did to me changed me, who I was, and how I felt about things. And around this time, I got my first boyfriend. So that didn't help either. And I just felt crazy. I felt paranoid. I felt that I wasn't myself. And it took me years to figure out what was going on with me, what was happening to me mentally, emotionally, and physically, because I couldn't figure it out. I would lash out, and I don't understand, why would I be lashing out like this? And just being angry. I remember just being angry all the time, and I didn't understand why. So I graduated from high school. I had a new doctor. Went to her, and she diagnosed me with PCOS, and it didn't really click because my mom was there and all the doctor stuff. I kind of just like zoned out. But after her telling me that I had PCOS, and then I posted something about a woman having PCOS, and my mom's like, yeah, Callie, that's what you have. And I'm like, wait, what? And she's like, yeah, you have PCOS. Your doctor diagnosed you with that. And I didn't know what it was. So I did some research, and I'm like, this is what's been wrong with me my whole life. And I'm like, and I felt like it was a late diagnosis, because here I am, I'm an adult now, and it's like when I was a kid, I could have been more effective, like done something to add a routine or change my lifestyle. But here I am now, I'm trying to do more every single day to fix this, to change this, to better my life so I can have kids with my husband. Because my doctor says, yeah, you can have kids. But for me, I don't feel like I can. Because I've been with my husband numerous amount of years. And to be honest, we don't ever really use a condom, even before we were married. And it's like all this time, all this going on, and I'm not pregnant. And I want it to become natural. I want it to be when God chooses the right moment for me to have a kid, not me having to have medically, you know, be artificially inseminated or have a surrogate or, you know, all that other stuff. It's like I want it to happen naturally. Having that choice of having a kid or not having a kid taken away from me is heart-wrenching. It hurts. It's like I want to have that choice, but having that choice being taken from me isn't fair. And there's also numerous amount of things that PCOS does to me. Like, a year ago, I had severe pain in my side to the point where I couldn't work, and it was so bad I thought it was my gallbladder. But I went and I had an ultrasound and all these tests done, and it turned out it was my liver. And it was a beginning stage of non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. And it's basically having too much red meat, too much fast food, too much salt, I think, and too much of these other things, and it caused my liver to hurt me. And PCOS can also cause other diseases as well that can hurt your body. So on another note, it also makes me like really tired. It makes it to where some days that I don't want to do anything. I just want to lay in bed, watch TV, sleep, because I'm constantly tired, which doesn't really help. Well, it does help with having a graveyard shift, and everything because I'm always up at night and I like to sleep during the day. Real vampire here. And I hate feeling like this. I hate the way I look. I hate being so tired. I hate that here I want to have a kid naturally and I don't know if I can. And what hurts the most is I'm the only granddaughter on both sides of my family that doesn't have a kid. And here I have a most amazing husband in the world. And I know he wants to be a father. And we've already thought about backup ideas of what could happen. But still, I want to make him a dad someday. It hurts. It hurts being misunderstood. It hurts that this whole time there was something wrong with me and I didn't know what it was. And I didn't know what to do to help myself. I didn't know what to do to fix myself. I still don't know. There are some days where I don't know who I am. Some days that I'm just so angry for no reason. Some days that I just cry for no reason. And I have to apologize to my husband because it affects him too. And September is PCOS Awareness Month with a teal ribbon. And this isn't really teal, but it's somewhat close to it. And I want to raise awareness for everyone. Because everyone needs to know, every woman needs to know, if you think that there's something wrong with you, this is a really common disease now. It is 1 in 10, which is crazy. And it's like, I didn't even know about it. It's like you know more about breast cancer than you do something that's more common. If you feel like there's something wrong with you, or you feel like there's something wrong with a family member or your child, please get them tested to see if there's anything wrong with them, to see if they have this, so that they can get the help they can before getting other diseases and getting sick and having it affect their lives more than it already should. This disease sucks. I know it's not like cancer or anything, but it messes up who you are. I'm a very funny person. I like being nice. I like making people laugh and feel good and let them know that my home is welcome to them. But there are some days where I just don't want to see anyone. And I don't want people over. I just want to just hide in my bed and just cover myself up and just watch TV all day. And one of the reasons why I started doing videos was to help me be more active, to be more creative, and just push myself to do things that I'm not comfortable with, and just to get more out of my life instead of just being at home and work and just trying to figure out, okay, what do I need to do to help fix this? And it's a nice distraction. It is. One thing that's horrible about this is that the fact that I don't really feel like a woman. I feel like a man a lot of the time. I feel like my body had one job to do and it couldn't do it right. And I have really dark chin hairs horribly under my chin. and I bought the Flawless, which is amazing. It perfect mustache under here, and it's like, yeah, I'm a very hairy woman, and you wouldn't know by knowing me, but I have been shaving my arms since middle school. I've been shaving my legs since I don't know, elementary school. The more I got older, the more I started seeing it on my chin, and I didn't see it as much in high school until I started getting out of high school. It started to come more frequently. So, shave my mustache with the Flawless pluck. It's a daily routine that I do. And I hate it. I feel so gross. I don't feel like a woman. That's why I've been trying to do more makeup, or getting into makeup, because I'm not really a makeup person. I wasn't. All I would do was just put eyeliner, mascara, and the occasional eyeshadow, and that was it. But I wanted to get more into makeup because I wanted to feel more feminine. And that's my choice. I'm not saying that it's being forced upon me. That's my choice that I want to do to feel more feminine. And I'm not saying that makeup is for women, because I support for guys as well. It's just, makeup makes me feel pretty. And that's what I liked. I like to feel more feminine. I want to wear nice clothes, but clothes are an issue with me because I'm not happy with how I look. I hate the way I look. I make fun of myself all the time for it. That, like, when I have skinny friends and they'll say something, I'm like, hey, I can sit on you and kill you. Talk to me like that again, or whatever. And I use my weight as a joke just to help forget, I guess, I don't know, just to make it funny in my brain, even though it's not. My doctor told me to try to do keto, and when I lived by myself, doing keto was really simple, and I noticed some difference, but not a big difference. And then when Devin and I got a place together, it was harder because I had to find food that he liked and I liked and we both liked together, and it's been a struggle, and I told him how much of a struggle it's been because finding food that you guys both like is hard. Devin's more of a McDonald's, burger, fries, hot dog, just a, burger kind of guy, and steak or something. Me, it's like I like ham and potato soup, or I love Chinese food, and I've been doing a lot more home cooking since I lived on my own and living with my husband. My husband doesn't know how to cook. He doesn't know how to cook, which sucks because I want him to cook some nights, but instead he orders fast food or whatever, and I'm like, oh, but yes, but no, but yes, it's so good. And it's like we shouldn't, but it's hard. But I've been teaching him some small things to do to cook, to help around and stuff, and he knows how I feel about eating better and things, and he's been able to help me not have soda, because I've been very addicted to soda my whole life, having Dr. Pepper all the time. I think I got this way because Dr. Pepper, screw you. But just trying to quit sugary stuff in general is hard. Trying to cook more at home, trying to prep for a whole week at a time, budgeting, hard. It's hard. It's like for other people that I see, they don't even have to think about it. There's whatever in the mood, they can just go and have it, go buy it, go get it. and then they can have it and then nothing changes with them. But for me, it's like I have to plan. I have to figure out what him and I both like, money budget wise, and just see if that's what we're feeling for that week or for that day. And it's hard. It's hard to do. I'm not saying that it is easy. And I know I have a long road ahead of me still, like working out, eating right, and everything. And just trying to be the best I can be without having this change me into someone who I'm not. Because being sad and angry is not who I am. I am a happy person. I love making people smile. I love laughing and just doing things that are just good. Yes, people like me do exist. And I hope this video helped you guys understand me a little bit more and how sometimes it's hard for me to do these videos because all I want to do is not do anything. But I'm pushing myself to do something at least once a week and to be more productive with my life. And I hope that you guys can join me on this journey and watch me grow and watch me hopefully have kids one day. And you guys might be able to see my kids one day or adopt kids, foster. That's what my husband and I have been talking about too, is fostering and adopting if I'm not able to. But I'd like to thank you guys so much for watching this, and please, if you have any questions, go to your doctor to get tested for any of this, or join any PCOS support groups. There are a bunch out there with amazing people with stories like this, and share your story. If you have PCOS and you're feeling lost like how I was, there are support groups. You can talk to me if you want to. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, message me if you have any questions. Like, there are still things that I don't know about still, but I'm willing to be there for people who need help or support, feel like that they don't have support. And shout out to those support groups that I'm part of. You guys really helped me a lot with trying to figure out what to do and be more active with this and not just being like, well, whatever. But thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Share this video to spread awareness of PCOS, and to know that September is PCOS Awareness Month. Wear teal to help support this disease, as well as wear any colors you want for any other diseases as well. But thank you guys so much for doing this, listening, watching, listening to me ramble. But you guys are the best, and thank you so much.